You're reading out of the King James?
No, I'm reading this one off NIV, but it is a distinct phrase that is used there, the first day.
It should say, and there is evening and there is morning, right?
Yes.
Okay, 2 verbs,
right?
2 subject complements. And one of our Hebrew scholars, Paul Elbert, has written a piece on this very theme. And his point is that it was going to be 24 hours. It would have to be an evening and an evening, or a morning and a morning.
I got a lot of people would like, there's many websites devoted to this topic, you know, of your appearance of knowing Hebrew when you don't know any Hebrew. I don't
know a whole stable of Hebrew scholars that volunteers
so do I, and I can read
reasons to believe.
Sure.
Okay? Exodus 20. That whole idea of the 4th commandment's repeated 5 times in the Levitical law. Only 2 of the 5 times does it give you the divine analogy, 4 and 6 days. And we also note in both cases the preposition is not in the original. It simply says 4 6 days.
Here you're going off in your imagined Hebrew again. Now let's stick with something.
Imagined Hebrew.
You don't speak Hebrew, and neither do I. Okay.
Well, I've checked it out. I've checked it out with Hebrew scholars. They assure me that the preposition's not there. I've read the actual text. It's not in the original.
And have you read the long critique of what you just said on Answers in Genesis website about this very topic you're talking about?
Sure have.
And what's your response?
My response is it doesn't withstand the scrutiny of Hebrew scholarship.
We're going to talk about day 2, Genesis 1, 6 through 8, and says, and God said, let there be an expanse between the waters to separate water from water. So God made the expanse and separated the water under the expanse from the water above it. And it was so. God called the expanse sky. And there was evening and there was morning the 2nd day. Hugh, what happened on day 2?
Well, hopefully we agree here. I mean, I see that as a reference to God establishing a stable, abundant water cycle. In fact, one of our colleagues, Dr. Robert Newman, who's both an astronomer and a theologian, wrote his master's thesis in theology on that very point. Careful exegesis of the words reveals that it's speaking about God setting up an abundance of water in the atmosphere, the troposphere more correctly, water in the ocean, and you got a cycling which is going to make possible sufficient water in the future continental land masses.
The word created and made are used interchangeably all through the scripture. I've got a list of about, 50 or 60 places where they're used interchangeably. It means the same thing. He created and made.
Scholars don't agree with that.
Do you believe Adam was literally made from dust and God breathed into his nostrils?
Definitely.
And Eve was literally made from a rib?
No, a side of Adam. Doesn't say rib in the text. It says a portion of Adam's side. So we don't really know what kind of biopsy God took out of Adam.
I think it does. I think in Genesis chapter 2, it says, in the day the Lord created the heaven and earth. That's referring to the first day, and then it goes right on. Well, so to assume you're talking about that day, meaning 6 days, I think you're reading into the text right there.
Most scholars would strongly disagree with you on that. I mean, even young earth creationists like Henry Morris, for example, accept the fact that Genesis 2:4 is referring to something other than a 24-hour day. These passages aren't as clear as you claim. The preposition is not in the original in either Exodus 31 or Exodus 20. There are 3 other passages in the Levitical law that also reflect this statement. And then you've got Leviticus 25 referring to the agricultural land. I mean, you can read the Bible scholar literature on this. It's not as clear-cut as you claim.